Booker, are you afraid of God?
No. But I'm afraid of you.
Are you going to just sit there?
As compared to what? Standing?
Not standing, rowing.
Rowing? Hadn't planned on it.
So you expect me to shoulder
What's
the
this?
burden?
No. But I do expect you to do all the rowing.
And why is that?
Coming here was your idea.
My idea.
I've made it very clear that I don't believe in the exercise.
The rowing?
No. Imagine that's wonderful exercise.
Then what?
The entire thought experiment.
Excuse me. How much longer?
One goes into an experiment knowing one could fail.
But one does not undertake an experiment knowing one has failed.
Can we get back to the rowing?
I suggest you do, or we're never going to get there.
No, I mean, I'd greatly appreciate it if you would assist.
Perhaps you should ask him. I imagine he has a greater interest in getting there than I do.
I suppose he does, but there's no point in asking.
Why not?
Because he doesn't row.
He doesn't row?
No, he doesn't row.
Ah, I see what you mean. We've arrived. Shall we tell him when we'll be returning?
Would that change anything?
It might give him some comfort.
Well, at least that's something we can agree on.
Hey! Somebody meeting me here?
I'd certainly hope so.
It does seem like a dreadful place to be stranded.
Well, maybe there's someone inside.
Excuse me. It's Booker DeWitt. I guess you're expecting me?
Good luck with that, pal.
Is anyone here? Hello?
When I am dying, it's good when I am dying, it's good when I am dying, and it's good enough for me. The old-time religion, the old-time religion, the old-time religion, it's good enough for me. The old-time religion, the old-time religion, the old-time religion, it's good enough for me.
Shit. What in the world is... All right. Looks like they expect me to sit in their fancy chair. So now... What the hell? Go!
Make yourself ready, Pilgrim. The bindings are there as a safeguard.
No, no, God damn it!
Ascension. Ascension in the count of 5. Count of 4.
No.
3, 2, 1.
No!
Ascension. Ascension.
Just stay calm.
5,000 feet. 10,000 feet. 15,000 feet. Hallelujah.
Love the prophet because he loves the sinner. Love the sinner because he is you. Without the sinner, what need is there for a redeemer? Without sin, what grace has forgiveness?
Gotta find the exit out of this place.
Excuse me, where am I?
Heaven, friend. Or as close as we'll see till Judgment Day.
Best keep such questions to myself, unless I want to get paid.
And every year, on this day of days, we recommit ourselves to our city and to our prophet, Father Comstock. We recommit through sacrifice and the giving of thanks, and by submerging ourselves in the sweet waters of baptism. And lo, if the prophet had struck down our enemies at wounded knee, and not railed against the Sodom beneath us, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just railed against the Sodom beneath us, but not accepted the 3 golden gifts of the founders, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just accepted the 3 golden gifts of the founders, and not prayed for our deliverance, it would have been enough. If the prophet had only prayed for our deliverance, and not led us to this new Eden, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just led us to the new Eden, and not purged the vipers of the Orient, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just purged the vipers of the Orient, but not suffered the sacrifice of his beloved, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just suffered the sacrifice of his beloved, but not expelled the vox populi, it would have been enough. Is it someone new? Someone from the Sodom below, newly come to Columbia to be watered clean before our prophet, our founders, and our Lord?
I just need passage into the city.
Passage to the city. Brother, the only way to Columbia is through rebirth in the sweet waters of baptism. Will you be cleansed, brother?
That's everything.
Hey. I baptize you in the name of our prophet, in the name of our founders, and the name of our Lord. In the bosom of Columbia. I don't know, brothers and sisters, but this one doesn't look clean to me.
Who's there? Who's there?
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
What do you want?
We had a deal, DeWitt. Open this door right now.
I told you. I'm not gonna do it. Go away.
Sister DeWitt. Mr. DeWitt.
That idiot priest needs to learn the difference between baptizing a man and drowning one. I need to find a landmark and figure out where the hell I am.
To Father Franklin, a key of gold so that Eden might have industry that set her above all other nations.
To Father Jefferson, a scroll.
Our prophet fills our lungs with water, so they may better love the air.
He who crossed the Delaware, with flaming sword and wings of angels,
against ignorance and tyranny.
watch over me.
Share with me
and
your
lend me
wisdom
strength.
and let the light of your
Shield
good
my
judgment
mind.
By the
shine
sword
here.
And the scroll.
and the key. Amen.
There's no chance, no luck, only providence. And that you see, it's divine.
Just because the city flies don't mean it ain't got its fair share of fools. All right. Still got a girl to find.
Here between 9 a.m. and 11. He's got a waterfall and everything.
It's good to see you.
I bet we could have something arranged.
Perfect day for the celebration.
A full transcript of the Prophet's recent address to you, the Colombian people, on the holy forgiveness of our dear Lady Comstock, our beloved Mother of Forgiveness.
Like does not matter to a Liberty Scout. There's no room for preference, only duty.
Saltonstall's all right, I tell you. Says he's for faith, family, and fatherland. Who could be against all that?
Never hire an artist, my dear fellow. They are a temperamental and unreliable lot to a man.
Uh-huh.
I told him that the park is exceedingly far behind schedule. The landscaping is half finished. The statuary hasn't arrived. The fountain is full of rainwater, for God's sake. Even the marigolds are still unplanted. All work which should have been done months ago.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what he told me? He said that he was tired, that the work had taken much from him. I said, good God, man, don't tell me about details, just get it done.
Mm-hmm.
You almost finished down there?
Yes, sir.
does Vox Populi even mean, for heaven's sake?
It's Latin. It means...
Latin.
Good day, citizen. You're looking fit.
Picking the right event to attend on a day like today is serious business, you know. Can't be everywhere.
That's why we're going to the raffle. I have a good feeling this year.
Columbia Raffle and Fair. Huh.
He's strong in the sword, but a bit weak in the key and the scroll. You get my meaning.
Cloudless skies, warm temperatures, and light variable winds throughout the afternoon. In short, a beautiful day for the festivities, Columbia. And now, back to the music. You're coming down the street. Now I ask you very confidently, safety, night. Look over
Who is this girl?
Should ever leave me, your life would still go on, believe me. The world could show nothing to me, so what good would living do me? God only knows what I'd be without you. God only knows what I'd be without you. Oh, I may not always love you, but long as there are stars above you, you never need to doubt it. I'll make you so sure about it. God only knows what I'd be without you.
Care for a boutonniere? We're raising money for the Girls' Patriotic League.
Maybe next time.
You'd look dashing with one in your lapel. Come back if you change your mind.
One man goes into the waters of baptism. A different man comes out, born again. But who is that man who lies submerged? Perhaps that swimmer is both sinner and saint, until he is revealed onto the eyes of man.
That kind of talk draws attention.
Oh, don't turn into some faint and radical on me, John. I do not want to be some character out of I Married a Vox Populi, now do I?
Yeah, that's where they said I'd find her.
Telegram, Mr. DeWitt.
Huh.
Telegram for you, sir.
DeWitt, stop. Do not alert Comstock to your presence. Stop. Whatever you do, do not pick number 77. Stop. Lutess. What the...
Why, good day to you, sir.
Hello.
I agree.
Keep saying that. Should we go in?
Would you believe me? Well, friends, I am here today. Those are no flights of fancy. Those are no tall tales told behind
Where's
the
Matthew?
pool hall.
I don't know what he
No,
sees in
sir.
her.
No, ma'am.
Money.
Those are figures I'm talking about. Brought to you courtesy of Mr. Jeremiah Pink himself.
Hello there, friend.
You wanna let me through here, pal?
Hey, street's closed for your safety, fella. They're prepping tonight's fireworks back there.
There's enough TNT back there to blow Peking to Kingdom Come. Again.
Roadblock. Better find another way around.
If I told you a man could shoot lightning from his fingers now, would you believe me? If I told you a man could hoist a 1-ton stallion straight into the air, would you believe me? Well, friends, I am here today to tell. Those are no flights of fancy. Those are no tall tales told behind the pool hall. No, sir, no, ma'am. Those are vigors I'm talking about. Brought to you courtesy of Mr. Jeremiah Fink himself. Who amongst you has tasted the divine gift of the vigor? One swig, and feats of wonderment are at the tips of your fingers. You know our prophet is fair. You know our prophet is kind. And he has asked, personally asked Mr. Jeremiah Fink to bring to you these amazing wonders. Praise
All alone I'm feeling blue.
Be to our prophet, and praise be to our fair city. If I told you a man could shoot lightning from
Young sir, young miss, roll up and try the amazing power of Bucking Bronco. Whether you need it lifted, lofted, tossed, or tumbled,
Here.
Bucking Bronco is just the tick. Find the devil, good sir, and cast him out. Do you have what it takes? And there's devil number one. Devil number two. Woo! He's on a roll. And that's three. We have a winner. Here you go, friend. And remember, if you need it lifted, lofted, tossed, or tumbled, Bucking Bronco is your answer.
Right in the Skyline soda was originated by adolescents.
The skylines of Columbia.
Joyriders. Didn't even have proper tools for it.
The Vox Populi are on the loose. Who will hunt them down? Looking to do your part for Columbia.
Voxophones, voxophones. Hear your voice from the past in the present. Say something, Sonny.
What's a voxophone? What's a voxophone?
Exactly that. A personal record of voice.
Hey, just so we're clear, I'm not paying for this.
Just a demonstration, sir.
Have you sampled any of the new vigors here today?
I usually wait till Fink works on the kinks. It's safer.
I like that their shadows in the background don't have their instruments there at all. So it just looks like they're just playing nothing in their shadows.
some technological prowess!
Know a damn thing. Vigor's dispense. Aggressive.
Oh, there's one.
Shoot him!
Quiet!
What's the matter? Are we breaking your concentration?
Right there!
Well, here's a brave fellow.
Get
Now, shoot the bucks when they appear.
Good
Get her up
carpenter
and
never
you'll win
blames
a
his
prize. I'll even throw in a bonus if you bag the anarchist Daisy Fitzroy. Well done. All those bucks waking in their boots. The anarchist Fitzroy. Now, can sleep soundly once more. Magnificent display of marksmanship. The Bucks defeated, Daisy Fitzroy slain. You, sir, shall be richly rewarded. Calling all skilled marksmen. The Vox Populi are on the loose.
Those dirty Vox are at it again. See them villains zipping around sprinting.
Ferry you with ease to and from your place of business, or on a romantic evening ride with the missus. He hauls carriages, vending items, furniture, and more. From the heaviest item to your most...
They're at it again. See them villains zipping around spreading their lies and dissent? Good man. Now take aim and blast those evil Vox out of the sky. Hit enough and I'll get you a prize. Get to pieces. Put 'em out of the sky. Any Vox left with your more for the record. More for the record. More for the record. Never seen shooting like that. You earned this. Keep the skies clear. Grab a gun and show those Vox you run.
Hot dogs, Alexander Hot
Record a
Dogs.
ditty, recite poetry for your little lady, and play it ad infinitum.
Gentlemen who will take arms against the...
Have you ever seen anything like it?
They look so 4 flavors. That many? Let's buy a good old vanilla.
Howdy, sailor. What port do you call home? Any port in a storm? You know what I mean?
I have a weakness for this ice cream business. It's my only...
Has a pay telephone ever refused to connect you with a beloved spouse? Well, it's time to take back control from the men of metal. With possession, you are the master. You will bend any machine to your will.
Give me one of those.
With just a whisper, they're all ears.
Press to turn machines into allies.
hell was that?
Well, if it isn't Assemblyman Buford, your spot at the raffle awaits. Don't know why I didn't recognize you before. Odd. Always good to have gentlemen of your caliber at our fine fairgrounds.
Heads.
Or tails.
Come on, let me through. Heads.
Or tails.
Heads.
Told you.
Hmm.
I never find that as satisfying as I'd imagined.
Chin up. There's always next time.
I suppose there is.
My. Is it that time of year already? Has the day come so soon?
How needs competition when you have quality?
Look at that one. He looks lost. He looks just fine to me.
Mary, you are a living, walking scandal.
I hear the Father Franklin machines will be taking in new stock soon.
My role model? Why, Lady Comstock, of course.
The prophet bless her and keep her.
Oh, that poor woman. The things she suffered.
Suffering don't make you holy.
Well, it certainly doesn't hurt.
This little beauty? The whole division got them. If we're gonna flush the Vox out of the Skyline system, we gotta have the best.
Huh? They got any openings in the group? I'd love to bust some Vox skull.
Madam Lutece, I have read all your books on the sciences. Mama says it's not a fit occupation for a lady, but I think she's jealous of our cleverness. Is it true that only you are allowed to visit the girl in the tower? If the lamb is lonely too, I should like to meet her, as we would have much in common. Warmest regards, Constance.
This is it. This is it.
I feel like I've waited all year for this.
And now, the 1912 raffle has officially begun!
Mister!
Sorry, no sale.
Silly. There's never a charge for the raffle. You've been sleeping under a rock?
77.
77. That's a lucky number. I'll be rooting for you.
Bring me the bowl! Is that not the prettiest young white girl in all of Columbia? All right then. The winner is number 77!
Oh, what do you know?
Number 77, come and claim your prize! First throw!
It was me! It was all me! Please! Please! Please, what are you doing?
Come on! Are you gonna throw it? Or are you taking your coffee black these days? Oh! Looks like we've got a shy one here. We've got to do something about... Wait! It's him!
Now, where'd you get that brand, boy? Don't you know that makes you the backstabbing snake in the grass false shepherd?
And we ain't letting no false shepherd into our flock. Show them what we got planned, boys! Stop him! Stop him! Shepherds come to lead our lamb astray!
Move it!
Disconnect! Disconnect! Take it, cover!
This way! Cover the gate! To arms! Don't stop
I told you, Comstock. You sell 'em
paradise, and the customers expect cherubs for every chore. No menials in God's kingdom. Well, I have a man in Georgia who'll lease us as many Negro convicts as you can board. Why, you can say they're simple souls in penance for rising above their station. Whatever eases your conscience, I suppose.
Possession now turns machine and man into allies. Hold and release to create a ghostly trap.
Bitches in the park!
Getting hot. What's going on? vigor. Huh. Let's kiss. Well, you only live once.
Press to throw a fiery grenade. Hold and release to create an explosive trap.
That wasn't no sample. Why are you following me?
We were already here.
Why are you following us?
Aperitif.
You'll find that handy in a pinch.
The difference between life and death.
What was that?
Surprising.
Surprising that it worked.
Surprising that it didn't kill him.
But a magnetic repulsive field around one's body can come in handy.
If it doesn't kill you.
A fair point.
Father Comstock called on me today to write his biograph. Me. The man pays for exactly 100 pages in advance. Now, I'm half a Jew when I smell silver, so I say, Father, your flock would pay for 1,000. You know, why settle for less? And then the prophet looks to me and says, 100 will suffice, as I know how it ends.
Blood on the streets, and worse is the insult, because today is the day that marks our secession from the Sodom below.
Go! Damn hook must be magnetized.
Otis works up at the lodge part-time. He took this box from one of their secret ceremonies. And I know for sure there is something dear inside. Problem is, Otis is more fool than not. He didn't bother to also secure a key from the Feathered Brothers to open the damn thing.
All right, I'm not like the rest. I'm a progressive.
It was bound to happen.
Violence is not a foregone conclusion. Tim, the one they're after. Go. They're looking for you.
Police, we're in need of your assistance.
They're here!
Shh. Keep your voice down.
All right, let's move on.
Show yourself.
Comstock came by the wagon at dawn. Man was just...
He just transfixed by my trophy scalps, asked about the white ones there. I said, well, sir, if your quarry dwells in the jungle and beds down with the local color, why split hairs? Not a chuckle out of him. Either he ain't seen a man go native, or maybe too many. Anyhow, now he's got me hunting down this Daisy Fitzroy. Hope he don't expect me to stuff and mount her. Yeah.
Columbia gave unto the founders the tools to build a new Eden, they did so without hesitation. For 85 years they prepared the way of the Lord. But when the great apostate came, he brought war with him, and the fields of Eden were soaked with the blood of brothers. The only emancipation he had to offer was death.
consecrated to the Sodom below, the true mission our founders have given us. And when the mandarins and hypocrites of Washington betrayed him, our prophet did not heal. He did not come crawling for their forgiveness. Like our fathers broke from the great apostate, our prophet broke with these so-called patriots. And today is the day we celebrate this secession. We're sinners! Follow!
Head to cover!
What exactly was the great emancipator emancipating the Negro from? From his daily bread, from the nobility of honest work, from wealthy patrons who sponsored them from cradle to grave, from clothing and shelter. And what have they done with their freedom? Why, go to Finkton and you shall find out. No animal is born free, except the white man. And it is our burden to care for the rest of creation.
Began his terrible rampage. Trouble began almost instantly. Full of wrath and bent on harm, the anarchist maliciously wounded several Colombian peacemakers, before then arming himself and firing into an assemblage of virtuous fairgoers. As of this hour, he is considered wholly responsible for causing at least 8 God-fearing Colombians to meet their Maker in heaven. He is considered brimming with danger and evil intent, and we implore you not to tempt ruination by facing him without aid of Colombia's finest. Now, back to the music.
Another bride, another groom, another sunny honeymoon, another season, another reason for making whoopee. A lot of shoes, a lot of rock.
sweet mother of Columbia, why do we worship three symbols in your memory? We worship the sword, so that we might avenge you. We worship the raven, so that we might cover the city with eyes. We worship the coffin, because it symbolizes the weight of our faith.
Why do you do this? I just want to go back to my family.
Lady, let me pass your test!
What's this? A new kind of vigor? That's a hell of a thing.
Press to summon murderous crows. Hold and release to create a nest trap.
Stop him! You got no backbone.
The false shepherd, this anarchist, is either a mulatto dwarf or a Frenchman with a missing left eye. No more than four.
Bet I can get to Monument Island from that station. Just what the doctor ordered.
his temperament?
Oh, he was certainly an anarchist. You can spot them anywhere, you know.
Oh, I know.
That's a close likeness.
Get over here!
sorry to say that Monument Island is off limits. You've got to go. Workmen should proceed to the island by means of the skyline.
Skylights, huh? Those things them coppers came riding in on back by the lottery. Whoa!
After him! There is threat. The false shepherd here in Columbia, full of hate and avarice and guile. Like all his kind in the Sodom below, he seeks the Lamb and hastens to a tower.
Better already.
His intent is ruin.
And the Lord saw the wickedness of man was great, and he repented he had made man on the earth. Rain. 40 days and 40 nights of the stuff, and he left not a thing that walked alive. You see, my friends, even God is entitled to a do-over. And what is Columbia if not another ark for another time? And the Lord saw the wickedness of man was great, and he repented he had made man on the earth. Rain. 40 days and 40... 40 nights of the stuff, and he left not a thing that walked alive. You see, my friends, even God is entitled to a do-over. And what is Columbia if not another ark for another time?
There's another skyline up above. If somehow get some elevation, I could probably reach it.
Stand down! Stand down!
He who crossed the Delaware with flaming sword and the wings of angels.
Need to head to the roof. Take that skyline to Monument Island.
I know why you've come, false shepherd. I see every sin that blackens your soul. Wounded knee, the Pinkertons, the drinking, the gambling, and of course, Anna. And now, to repay a debt, you've come for my land. But not all debts can be repaid, Booker.
You don't know me, pal.
Prophecy is my business, Mr. DeWitt. As blood as yours. Do you know why these men will die for me? Because I have seen their future in the glory. And hence they are content. What brought you to Columbia, Booker? Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt? This will end in blood, DeWitt. Then again, it always does with you, doesn't it? It always ends in blood.
Jesus.
You've come to lead my lamb astray, but thy crook is bent and thy path is twisted. Go back to the Sodom from which you came. Go back.
Holy shit. Gotta find the controls to take this thing to Monument Island. sure I can get this thing going.
The Lord forgives everything. But I'm just a prophet. So I don't have to. Amen.
Amen.
Jesus! Hell out of here. Shit! That was close. Oh, there it is. Monument Island. Why they got her locked up in this place?
I guess even in a restricted area, these crackers need someone to clean the floors. Those politicians and scientists don't bother about what they say around me because I'm some half-leaded colored boy. But I can tell they scared out of their wits by that thing they got locked upstairs. Yes, sir. They got a tiger by the tail, and they don't know whether to hang on or run.
What's this? Please do. Huh. They've been watching her.
It is one thing to imagine one's future, and another to see it. I have seen the seeds of fire that will prepare the Sodom below for the coming of the Lord. But Elizabeth shall sow those seeds, not I. I will fall before the job is done. But she shall take up my mantle The Lord is calling me home. I feel his love in every tumor, because they are the train which takes me to his station. And I go with joy, knowing that Elizabeth will take my earthly place. But the false shepherd is coming to lead my lamb astray. I will not board that train until she is safe from his deceptions.
Dressing room. That's where we need to go. That's her. Whoa! Whatever that was, it's got nothing to do with the job at hand. This job's getting worse all the time.
What makes the girl different? I suspect it has less to do with what she is, and rather more with what she is not. A small part of her remains from where she came. It would seem the universe does not like its peas mixed with its porridge.
What's up, Splash Woman? Yeah, you saw that? That French... The Revenge of the Jedi? Pretty cool. It's like, basically went into the future, like, 80 years or something. Such a great game. It's like one of my favorite games. George Lucas canceled name, but in a universe where you yeah.
Hello. Hey! Knock it off! Stop it! Will you stop it? Not here to hurt you.
Who are you?
My name is DeWitt. I'm a friend. I come to get you out of
Get
here.
away!
At the principle of quantum mechanics.
Real enough.
He's coming. You've got to go.
Why?
You don't want to be here when he gets here. Just a minute, I'm getting dressed.
Get you out of here.
There's no way out. Trust me, I've looked. Stop it. You're too impatient. That's enough.
What about this?
What about it?
This is the way out, isn't it?
What are you? Give it to me. It's a way out.
How you doing today, Splash Woman, by the way?
We'll see about that.
Keep me locked up in here.
Oh boy.
Who are you? Why did you come here? This way, come on! Hurry!
Playing RE6, oh nice.
Call the elevator.
That game's good for a laugh.
Press the button.
They were watching me? All this time? Why? Why did they put me in here? What am I? What am I?
You're the girl who's getting out of this tower.
Oh god.
This way.
Are you doing the main story with Leon, or are you doing a different character?
He's tearing the building apart.
Be careful, Elizabeth.
How do you know my name?
Not now.
Hurry! There's a door up here.
Out of the way. Let me try.
Which way?
Uh-oh. And your arm's dislocated. I don't think we're making that one. Oh, we're fucked. Oh, Rainbow Six. Oh, I thought you were talking about Resident Evil 6. Is it Rainbow Six Siege or whatever it's called? Or...
Clean up the curb and wipe away the dead. Are you in there, DeWitt?
What do you want with her?
We had a deal, DeWitt.
Tell me what you want with her.
Open this door right now.
Are you going to hurt her? Tell me what you want! Anna? Anna?
I never played that game. I've seen people play. It looks really good.
Anna. Anna.
No, it's me, Elizabeth. You all right?
Where am I?
Back in the land of the living. Here, let me.
I'll be fine.
You almost drowned. You need to...
I said I'm fine. Just give me a minute.
Graphics in this game are pretty damn good considering this game came out like fucking...
It's
I don't know,
music.
Go on.
over 10 years ago, I think.
Okay, I won't be long. I won't be long, Mr. DeWitt.
This game's damn near probably gonna get a remaster soon.
Where is she?
Be some ray tracing or some shit. You would think it would just be like insanely windy up here. Like you're fucking super high up in the clouds and shit. You think like just chilling outside would be like impossible. Like if you ever stand on top of like a really tall building, it's super fucking windy up there. There's no way you'd just be chilling here. When you're fucking, I don't know, 15,000 feet in the air. Quite the view though, goddamn. Oh, that's fucking cool. A waterfall. Like, damn.
Blue skirt. No?
No. But I'm without an escort if you're looking to pass the time.
Mm-hmm. Was that the hot fashion back in the 1900s? Was that freaking looks like you're just wearing some regular clothes?
Hey, you see a young girl? Is this some kind of sales pitch? Because I'm not interested.
It's like, where's Waldo over here?
Fellas seen a girl around here? Blue skirt, dark hair?
Look at this one. Why don't you just sleep it off, chum?
Hmm.
The prophet may know how his own biography is going to end, but I can scarcely fathom how I'm going to start it. I mean, other than the kid stuff you get at the Hall of Heroes, anything prior to his baptism was, and here I quote, hang on, left on the riverside. They'll call me a plagiarist, but I'm going to spend the first 30 pages regurgitating scripture.
Hey, I'm looking for a young girl.
Airship. That could be our ticket out of here.
The whole thing's rigged. All I want is fair pay for an honest day's work.
Oh, yeah. Wait the video.
Everything's changing. People don't know their place anymore.
Tell me about it. An Oriental stopped me on the street and asked me for the time. Just like that. There should be a law. I think there is.
Damn.
Maybe you and I should go for a walk along the shore.
I'm not going on any walk with you. Your reputation is well established.
Look at him, ladies. It's a crime someone doesn't get him a nice set of trunks.
Oh.
Almost
Careful,
like the real world, huh? Modern science.
Fools should let them drown themselves.
Thin out the herd. I can tell my wife is scared. This is the life. Hey, miss. Miss.
Miss.
Hey, I need you to stop. Please stop. All right, miss. Come on. Hey, miss. Miss. Could you just... Hey, I need you to stop. Hey, miss. Miss,
Elizabeth!
Hello! Oh, this is wonderful! Oh, come dance with me, Mr.
I
DeWitt.
don't dance. Come on, let's go.
Why? What could be better than this?
How about Paris?
Paris? I don't understand. How could we get there?
That's where that airship's going, but if you want to stay and dance, we can...
No, let's go! Come on, let's go! Come on, let's go right now! I'm out. It's hard to believe, but it's true, isn't it? Oh, can you smell that? I've never smelled anything like that before, have you?
Beaches I know don't smell much like that.
Do you know this artificial beach was built in only 6 months?
And how do you know that?
From one of the books I threw at you. They also served passing well for reading.
I'm pretty sure it's playing girls just want to have fun. Huh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's girls just want to have fun.
That's what the Vox Populi do. Stir up the
Seems like we're
patties and
fairly well healed, Mr. DeWitt.
2, 3, 2, 1, 2.
Mr. DeWitt, Comstock. I've read about him. They say he can see the future.
Give a man a little power. He falls in all kinds of love with himself.
I don't like his look.
Do you dislike the look of the prophet? Or his gaze?
Can we leave now?
Yes, let's.
It almost looks like a real ocean. It's just a set of elaborate pumps and rain catchers.
Kind of like reminiscent of the OG Bioshock.
Huh. That fall into the water did you no favors. I'll keep an eye out for something that might ease your pain.
Kind of creepy.
Oh.
Like some freaking pervert up here or something. He's got binoculars here. He's got some creepy little doll here. Cigarettes, wine. A little creepy.
Mr. DeWitt, here. Come look at these.
Bird.
Or the cage.
Or perhaps the bird.
Nothing beats the cage.
These two again. How do... Never mind.
Look at these, they're amazing. Which one do you like more, this one or this? The bird is beautiful and the cage is somber, but there's really something special about it. I just can't decide.
The one on the right.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I love it.
Surprising.
I expected the cage.
If you're going to be a sore loser, then I shan't do this again.
Now that's just sophistry.
Oh my god!
My God.
It has to be. Who else would do
Look.
such a thing?
Are you all right?
It was my home.
We should get out of here.
Let's go.
Tells us what he deems wise. It's okay.
I need to loot as much as I can before I go.
He's the soul of vengeance.
Well, there's just 14 bucks in the trash. Usually 14 bucks back then was like a lot of money, I think. A wallet. There it is.
Make sure you have a piece of photographic identification ready for presentation.
Put those arms up now. Fingers apart. Legs apart. Stand still. Now hold steady.
They're doing the right
through there.
I have
That
just
dummy has got like a gun pointed at his face. Sir, I don't know how to use this.
Come on.
I don't see the point of stopping all of us just to find this
Look at this
man.
one. He's
Did you hear about this
suspicious, if you
statue?
ask me.
My God, what's happening?
All right,
They should
quiet
just
down there,
fumigate
Pete.
Finkton and be
Just
done
go
with it.
home and dry yourself
What is
out.
happening?
Damn thing's locked. What are you doing?
You're a roguish type. What does it look like? Done.
Where did you learn to pick locks?
Trapped in a tower with nothing but books and spare time? You would be surprised what I know how to do.
I must take any task with more than the slightest complexity, or they simply leave it in ruins for me to clean up later. Oh, hello, sir. Don't you pay me no never mind? Just some foolishness, you know. Just monkey shines.
I have like 30 bucks killing me.
Hey, I found these silver eagles. There's a vending device over there. There might be something to bring you back to health.
It's probably a good idea.
Is your housekeeper acting suspicious? Asking the girl a few key questions, such as, don't you think those Vox Populi folk have a valid complaint against the Prophet? And I'm sure some of your friends have attended meetings. I'd sure like to see what they're all about. Now, back to the music.
When I first seen Columbia, that sky was the brightest, bluest sky that ever was. Seemed like heaven. Then your eyes adjusted to the light, and you saw that sea of white faces looking hard back at you.
Hey, mister. We'd like to help you.
Do I know you?
Back at the lottery, without you, we wouldn't have gotten away.
Daisy always said somebody like you would come along.
This ain't no place for you, sir. You best be on your way, or there's gonna be trouble for us both.
This place does not look good. Colored and Irish. Damn. That's
Are you a duke? Or an Inuit? Duke cleans his father's rifle every Sunday without being asked. Inuit shoots mice every afternoon and puts the old man's rifle.
Kind sir, would you happen to have the time?
Come and take a photograph with the father of our country. Chop down the cherry tree. He crossed the Delaware.
I think there's like a
Sorry, sir.
little Easter egg you can get somewhere around here.
Want to hold on to this?
Got it.
Comstock will take care of them.
I don't know. Sometimes I think the Vox Populi are... Well, I mean, I've never even seen...
Oh, what's that?
There you go, little miss. Cotton candy here. It's your cotton candy.
I think it's this machine is flawless. It says something about it. There's a glitch out there.
Suspicious-looking character, he reports him to his authorities straight away. When Dimwit sees a suspicious-looking character, he ignores him.
I found some money. Want it?
Appreciate it.
Hey, Flawless Flintlock. It's the newest one in the series.
There we go.
I read it was delayed 3 times.
There you go. It's an Easter egg for basically how this game was delayed 3 times.
Just is.
You don't intend for me to follow you in there.
As a boy, I had a dog named Bill. Like all dogs, Bill was a loyal friend. If we had not fed him, Bill would have been loyal.
You all right in there?
Everything's fine.
Only when the colored man can make that claim will he take his place in society.
Quit?
Just a
It's always neat when a game pokes fun at its own play. Yeah. Pretty cool that they had that in there.
Are you trying to get us both arrested?
Isn't this nice? I don't know if I'd use a bathroom that just had like a curtain, but it's kind of fancy, I guess.
Exactly what business do you have in here?
Annabelle?
Excuse me?
Annabelle, it's me, Esther.
Oh, no, I'm not Annabelle.
Are you sure?
My name is Elizabeth. Do I know you?
Elizabeth. Isn't that a lovely name?
That was odd.
Last customer. Park's closing. Park's closing, everyone.
Yeah, these shoes sure could benefit from a shine.
Guess I haven't paid much attention.
Looks like rain.
Better rain than snow.
I suppose that's true.
Hey, you want to watch out? I just swapped that.
Have you got sauerkraut?
Sauerkraut? I guess so.
I'll take, one,
Yes, sir.
please. How much?
1 silver eagle.
All right.
I mean, the time period of this is like the same year that Titanic sank. So, like, even the music they're playing right now reminds me of Titanic.
Excuse me.
Suspect he's carrying something. He's with her. Sure. We can get both apples with a single pick.
2 tickets for passage to the First Lady airship.
Yeah, just a minute, friend.
Yeah, I have it. How do you, want to proceed?
In a bit of a rush, pal.
Hey, mister, you're gonna get mustard all over your nice suit.
I got it. I'll ring you back once the matter's in hand.
I don't like this.
Yeah, send in the bird. We're ready to execute.
Excuse me, can I get some help here?
Certainly, sir. Sorry about the wait!
What are you doing? Get the girl! Get off of me!
Oh.
Get away from me! Let me out! I want out!
Elizabeth!
Stay away from me!
Chill out.
Open fire!
Thank you.
Elizabeth! Remember, someone you know could have sympathies. Someone you know could have...
This is the moment we trained for. The false shepherd is here. The day was not exact, but the prophet's sight proves out again. The specimen must be taken alive. If she dies, I suspect they will give us to the bird. And whatever pieces it leaves behind will bear no names. That was cigarette number 6. This waiting is insufferable.
A lot of the music is mostly modern, but what you like about it is that they have been old timey. Yeah. I suppose, like, a lot of the music, 'cause they show, like, little audio diaries about how Jeremiah Fink's brother is, like, a musician, and a lot of the music that he, like, wrote was from tears that he saw. So I suppose a lot of the music that we're hearing now might just be music that like was from a tear or something.
Where is
I got 420 down there for my ammo.
Great.
Nice.
Nice. First song. Oh yeah, that the Columbia Quartet or whatever. I forget their names are. Yeah, pretty cool. I like that song a lot.
Just stay where you are!
Down here. I think there's just
As the months and years turned to memories, so did the men of Congress turn to righteousness. And through the technology of men, the dollars of Washington, the Lord worked his will upon Columbia and raised her high above the Sodom below.
I'm kind of surprised this game's like hasn't been like removed or something. All the racist like themes and stuff in this game and whatnot. I think like people would have been like, "Fuck this game, remove it. Shouldn't exist anymore."
Get away from me!
Hey, come back here!
All dead. You killed those people.
Elizabeth,
You're a monster.
what did you think was going to happen?
What?
Do you understand the expense that people went through to keep you locked up in that tower? You think people like that are just going to let you walk away? You are an investment, and you will not be safe until you are far away from here.
What do they want from me?
I don't know. That's the last time anyone gets the drop on me.
Let me see.
Giant hole in your hand. No problem.
What happened back there? It's not the last of it, is it?
I don't know.
There.
That'll be fun. I need to disinfect it or stitch it up or none of that.
I've read a thing or two about medicine. I'll do my best to keep you supplied with remedies. And if your wounds are deeper, I'll try to keep you on this side of the abyss.
Alright, I think I might save here. Play some more maybe tomorrow. But yeah, appreciate you hanging out, Splash Woman. Hope you have a good day. Oh, K-Rod just coming in. How you doing, K-Rod? I gotta get ready for bed. Probably stream tomorrow around the same time, maybe a little bit earlier. Play some more of this game. This game's great. This is like one of my favorite games. But the ending is just such a crazy ending. It's like fucks with your mind. No, I do that all the time, Splash One, or I come into someone's stream and they're like just ending. Like, damn it. The other day I did that like 3 times. I went into someone's stream, they ended. And I went into someone else's stream, they ended. I was like, what the fuck? Is it me?